Williams F1 is about to embark on a thrilling and critical journey that could reshape their future in Formula One. Once a dominant powerhouse, Williams is striving to recapture their place among the sport's elite teams. Their target, breaking into the top 5 by the 2026 season, a year that promises seismic changes across the grid with new regulations. And while this lofty ambition involves many moving parts, one of the most crucial pieces of the puzzle is their engine supplier. Williams has been powered by Mercedes engines since the start of the hybrid era in 2014, but the winds of change are blowing through Grove. In a bold move, Williams is seriously contemplating a switch to Honda engines for the 2026 season, a decision that could unlock the potential they've long sought to tap into. But could this collaboration reignite their former glory? Secondly, why would a team with such a rich history and a reliable power unit even consider jumping ship? The answer lies in the pursuit of tailored performance. In the mid-1980s, Williams was a force to be reckoned with. Teaming up with Honda in 1983, the Grove-based outfit quickly became a dominant player in F1. Honda's 1.5-litre turbocharged V6 engine, known for its blistering power and reliability, was the perfect match for Williams' cutting-edge chassis design. The combination produced back-to-back Constructors' Championships in 1986 and 1987, with Nelson Piquet also clinching the driver's title in '87. Honda's resurgence in Formula One has been nothing short of spectacular. Their recent success with Red Bull Racing, culminating in a string of championships, has proven that under the right conditions, Honda can produce race-winning engines. The RB19, Red Bull's championship-winning machine, is a testament to this. With the close collaboration between Honda and Red Bull's design genius Adrian Newey, the engine and aerodynamic package were perfectly synchronized, resulting in one of the most dominant cars in F1 history. It's this kind of tailored engineering that Williams craves as they look to align their power unit with the aerodynamic demands of their future car designs. But why now? And why Honda? The answer is twofold. Their prior relationship wasn't without its challenges. By 1987, Honda's attention had shifted toward other teams, including Lotus, where Ayrton Senna's rising stardom captured Honda's focus. Internal disagreements over drivers and the direction of the partnership ultimately led to Honda terminating the relationship a year earlier than planned. Senna's abrupt end left a bitter aftertaste, but the success they had achieved together could not be denied. Fast forward to today, and Williams is at a crossroads. After years of languishing at the back of the grid, the team is aiming for a revival with the 2026 regulations. New engine and aerodynamic rules will give teams a chance to reset the competitive order, and for Williams, the stakes couldn't be higher. Honda's return to Formula One as Aston Martin's engine supplier for 2026 has certainly raised eyebrows, especially after the Japanese manufacturer decided to end its partnership with Red Bull. This move comes at a time when Red Bull is preparing to develop their own power units in collaboration with Ford, starting from 2026, which allowed Honda to explore other opportunities. If Aston Martin, a team on the rise, sees value in this partnership, it's no wonder that Williams is taking notice. Mercedes engines, while reliable, come with a downside. They are not custom-tailored for the specific needs of each team. Aston Martin's decision to move away from Mercedes was driven by a desire for a more cohesive relationship between their chassis and engine, and Williams may be looking to follow suit. Secondly, Williams's current deal with Mercedes is set to expire, and despite multiple requests, Mercedes has been oddly tight-lipped about their plans for the 2026 power unit. The concerns are rooted in the possibility that Mercedes, in prioritizing its works team, may not provide its customer teams with engines that are as finely tuned for peak performance. Historically, there have been whispers of customer teams being treated as second-class citizens, receiving power units that aren't as optimized as those used by the factory team. This is a particularly sensitive issue. This lack of clarity has raised concerns that Williams, like McLaren, could be left with a B-spec engine, a watered-down version of what Mercedes' works team will use. For a team on the rise, playing second fiddle in the engine department simply isn't an option. If Williams were to accept a B-spec engine from Mercedes, they could find themselves in the same position they've struggled to break free from, playing catch-up to better-funded and better-resourced teams. Williams' leadership, particularly James Vowles, has been clear about their ambitions. They want to be in control of their own destiny. Vowles knows that engine performance will be the cornerstone of their revival. The team's historical success has often been tied to innovative engineering and a power unit that perfectly complements their aerodynamic philosophy. With the 2026 regulations set to overhaul both engine design and car architecture, the timing for a switch couldn't be more perfect. However, the road ahead won't be easy. Williams has been battling to claw claw their way back to competitiveness, and their struggles in the 2024 season have only reinforced the need for a change. Currently sitting 8th in the Constructors' Championship with just 16 points, it's clear that the team's progress has been incremental at best. Alex Albon, the team's star performer, has consistently delivered points, but the car's lack of raw pace and consistency compared to their midfield rivals has been frustrating. The arrival of Carlos Sainz in 2025 is expected to shake things up, adding a much-needed dose of experience and race-winning pedigree to the lineup. But Sainz's presence also brings immense pressure on Albon, who will need to prove he can compete against a teammate of Sainz's caliber. The internal dynamics at Williams are about to get very interesting. On top of this, the arrival of Franco Colapinto, a young talent who has impressed in both the simulator and on-track, introduces another layer of complexity. Williams is clearly positioning themselves for a long-term revival, and that means developing not just a strong car, but also a driver lineup capable of delivering results under pressure. These internal battles and driver dynamics, combined with the team's technical struggles, make the decision on an engine supplier even more critical. If Williams chooses Honda, they won't just be buying an engine, they'll be entering a partnership that could define the future of the team. But all of these efforts will amount to little if the engine decision is wrong. The 2025 season will serve as a vital litmus test for Williams, giving the team a year to gel with their new driver lineup, refine their aerodynamic package, and put themselves in the best possible position for 2026. But everyone knows that 2026 is the real prize. The new regulations, which include significant changes to both power units and aerodynamics, represent a golden opportunity for teams to reset the competitive order. If Williams gets it right, they could be back at the sharp end of the grid, battling for podiums and wins. With the countdown to 2026 ticking ever louder, Williams can't afford to remain in the dark. Whether they stay with Mercedes or seek out new engine suppliers, the team needs clarity and a defined path forward. As they push to recapture their former glory and return to the top tier of Formula One, one thing is certain: a second-rate engine won't suffice. The mounting pressure on Mercedes to disclose their plans could ultimately shape Williams' future trajectory in F1. The lingering question is whether Williams and Honda can recreate the glory they once had if they switch from Mercedes. Both have transformed significantly since their previous partnership. Williams, once a dominant force, has faced years of financial strain and inconsistent performance. Meanwhile, Honda, after several exits and returns to F1, has emerged as a more focused and competitive engine supplier, as demonstrated by their recent championship-winning collaboration with Red Bull. While the road ahead is uncertain, one thing is clear: the possibility of a Williams-Honda reunion is exciting. The history between these two titans suggests that, under the right circumstances, they could once again produce magic. Do you think switching from Mercedes to Honda engines in 2026 will help Williams return to their glory days? Or could this be a risky gamble that sets them further back? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, goodbye for now.